Hi, everyone, and welcome to this broadcast of college basketball on 2K Sports. The action doesn't get much better than two of the most dynamic teams in college basketball going at it on the hardwood. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got the Kansas Jayhawks taking on the UConn Huskies.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Freak is in at the point. Also Duncan out there, and it's Gaines at the center arc and down the middle. Now here's Joseph. UConn moving that ball around. Cutting the screen. Here's Keith. On the three off target.
And Kansas always seems to be in title contention. I mean, the program does a great job of finding tough players and having a system that fits them best. Rarely are they not a title contender.
Here's Freak. Unloads from 13. And the rebound goes to Martin. Kansas on D. Here's Day. Joseph dishes to Splitter. Passes it to Keith. Kicks it to Joseph. He tries for three. Again, the miss by the Huskies. And the Jayhawks with possession.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court. Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Freak kicks to Uber. Here's Terry. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
UConn with the ball. It's a three-point game. They set the pick. Feeds to Joseph. It's back to Jennings. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Freak. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
It's back to Jennings. He kicks to Sims. Outside Jennings. He feeds it to Joseph. It's Jennings with the drive. Rebounded by the Jayhawks.
And one thing about UConn that has been true all throughout their rise as a power, they have always played solid defense. It's something the program really hammers home. And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak. He doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
And the Jayhawks making a change here. Lee's checked in. Greg, you mentioned UConn moments ago in their defensive pride. Some great defenders, Clark, have come out of that school.
Yeah, you look at Emeka Okafor and Hasheem Thabit. Both were dominating rim protectors. And even their guards and swingmen get after you defensively.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Freak, he's in at shooting guard. And it's Dedmon in at the 4.
And Freak has really come out blazing here in the first half. Absolutely imposing his will on the opponent.
And, Greg, that's what great college players do. I mean, they control the game and really make the opposing defenses adjust to them.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Freak. 1:46 left here in the first half of basketball. And Lee with the basket on the assist by Freak.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Here's Jennings. Outside Pierce. He dishes it to Sims. That's tipped. And the Jayhawks with possession. They're on a 16-4 run right now.
Boy, some really big names have come out of the Kansas Jayhawks program into the NBA. A pair of first overall picks in their history. Believe it or not, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't one of them.
And a wide open look for Lee. A three-pointer, no good.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Now here's Jennings. Pass to Pierce. Lets it go from 14. Can't hit. And Kansas the other way now. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now here's Freak. Posey covering. Freak passes to Dedmon. The feed to Freak. And a strong finish with two hands.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing. And right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
And Posey kicks to Jennings. With 1 on the clock. And so we wrap up the first half. Kansas leads by 14. And time now for the halftime break with the second half of basketball right around the corner. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
And while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to Freak to get things working for them offensively. This play in the second half of this game, critical.
They've got Martin, and it's Splitter in at the center. Splitter sets a screen. Back to Martin. Here's the three. And it's Freak with the rebound.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. With Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
And for Kansas, Freak, he's in at point guard. Also Duncan out there, and it's Terry in at the 4 slot.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
UConn trails by 14. Well, you could pick any team in the NBA and name a Husky that played for them at some point. UConn has had a big impact on the NBA.
I mean, UConn has had a lot of NBA talent pass through their school. I mean, it speaks volumes about how well they are able to develop talent and win championships.
checked in for the Jayhawks. Now, Freak.
And, you know, you look at the Huskies, a big part of why they get so many future NBA guys is they recruit very well on the East Coast and around the country, for that matter. They are a premier destination school in the Northeast, and that part of the country loves its hoops.
We've got Keith, and it's Day in at the point.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Kansas on D. Looking for Splitter. He gets it there. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And guys, just thinking about all the great NBA players from Houston. Ray Allen now retired, but he's the biggest name. How about Rudy Gay, Andre Drummond, Kemba Walker, Shabazz Napier? I mean, you could go on and on with the Huskies.
Oh, here's Freak. Up off the screen. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Day kicks to Splitter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Huskies will retain possession.
Really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
And the Jayhawks making a change here. Gaines is checked in. Now here's Splitter. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be. Firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Oh, and here comes Joseph all alone. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends. You know, sometimes you can see how a player can lead on the floor from the sidelines, and you see that with Freak. I mean, he's got the skills and athleticism as a point guard, in addition to the leadership, too.
And, guys, people often underestimate just how important leadership is. You know, there's no stat for that. But guys like Chris Paul and Steph Curry have incredible skill, but their leadership on the floor is equally as important. Freak is a floor general in their mode.
Duncan right side. And there's the pass to Freak. And he dunks it down.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Here is Day. And it would take divine intervention for them now to get back in it.
And even that might not be enough.
Greg, what do you think?
Yeah, I'd have to say, guys, I don't think the man upstairs is really focused on the comeback.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And it's Freak missing. Here's Keith. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 6 seconds left to play here in the second half. Here's Freak. Offline. And so the Jayhawks take the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew thanking you for tuning in.